your local network.
Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is WYLN News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. WYLN News starts now.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on WYLN News. I'm Paula Degnan. The Hazleton Area School Board will be freezing spending and new hires all after last night's meeting. WYLN's Julia Wiegand has more.
It wasn't just temperatures that were freezing last night. Hazleton Area School Board approved a hiring freeze effective today through June 30th, which will discontinue all personnel hiring. If the board determines that a position absolutely needs to be filled during this period, it will take an affirmative vote of 6 board members for the person to be hired. Superintendent Brian Uplinger said this will give the board the ability to slow down and really be conscious of the process.
The first blush of the budget gave us a look at the possibility of a $9 to $10 million deficit. So what we're doing is taking a look at all of the areas that could be helped or could be frozen, if you will, in spending for the remainder of the school year. That'll give us the opportunity to really take a hard look at any positions, any new positions coming on, any positions that we need to fill.
The board also approved a freeze on discretionary spending for 38 expenditure object codes, with a total amount of just over $2 million of remaining budget. This freeze, also in effect today through June 30th, will require signatures from the superintendent, assistant to the superintendent for operations, business manager, and director of curriculum, assessment, and instruction. Uplinger also mentioned that the Safe to Say app that was mandated by the state to be placed in all 500 school districts across the Commonwealth is really working in favor of the district right now.
The incident that happened today at the castle was a prime example of how that system can work and work for the betterment of our society and our community.
The board is looking into meeting sometime next week with their architect to discuss some future plans the district has. Hazleton Area School Board will meet again February 28th at 6 p.m. for their regular meeting. Reporting in Hazel Township for WYLN News, I'm Julia Wiegand.
South Church Street was closed for a time today, that after a utility pole came crashing down. City police, fire, and DPW crews all called to the location just before 11:30 at Church and Buttonwood Streets. Officials say they believe a tarp on a commercial truck may have kicked up and caught the utility lines, bringing down the pole between the gas station and Comfort Keepers. PPL, Verizon, and Service Electric Cablevision were all called to the scene. A suspect believed to be involved in 2 recent robberies in Berwick was taken into custody on Wednesday. An arrest warrant was secured earlier this week for Dennis Mazie regarding a previous burglary in April of 2018. It was also determined he was the suspect in an armed robbery at KB Dollar Store December 23rd and a bank robbery at Fulton Bank January 15th. He was found Wednesday in a Dodge Avenger that police say had been used during the bank robbery. He resisted arrest but was quickly taken into custody. A passenger inside the van at the time of his arrest also gave police incriminating evidence against Mazie. He was charged with robbery, theft, burglary, resisting arrest, and similar charges. Police are investigating the motive after a gunman killed 2 people, including himself, Thursday night in State College. 21-year-old Jordan Whitmer of Bellefonte went inside P.J. Harrigan's restaurant, located in the Ramada Hotel, and fatally shot 62-year-old Dean Beachy of Ohio and injured 2 others. Whitmer then drove away, crashed his vehicle, and broke into a nearby home where he shot and killed 83-year-old George Michael McCormick before turning the gun on himself. The shootings happened not far from Penn State University's main campus, where officials were monitoring the situation. The deadly shootings are under investigation. One man was stabbed and another taken to prison, that after an altercation in Wilkes-Barre on Wednesday afternoon. Police officers were called to 428 South Franklin Street shortly after 5 and found Quinton Roan with a stab wound in his left shoulder. 41-year-old Travis Clark allegedly was the attacker. Police arrested Clark. He was taken to Wilkes-Barre General Hospital for a nosebleed that resulted in the altercation. The victim told police that Clark attacked without being provoked. Clark claimed that Roan had been bullying people and that he stabbed him in self-defense. Marijuana was also found in the room that the incident took place, but police could not determine whose it was because the home was described as an illegal boarding house with multiple residents. Clark was charged with aggravated assault, simple assault, and harassment, and taken to prison for lack of bail. It's been a while since we've heard this. Wilkes-Barre Township Police are on the lookout for those who made off with items from Victoria's Secret in the Wyoming Valley Mall. It happened earlier this month. 2 men and a woman were recorded on surveillance camera taking sports apparel items valued at over $1,300 out of the store in a duffel bag. Anyone with information is asked to contact Wilkes-Barre Township Police. Pennsylvania state troopers issued 993 citations and 222 warnings to commercial vehicle drivers who disregarded the ban imposed during last weekend's winter storm. Here locally, troopers at Troop Inn issued 151 citations and 3 warnings. State officials banned all commercial vehicles on most interstates, highways, as well as the Pennsylvania Turnpike this past Saturday afternoon. In a news release, state police said the restrictions were announced 24 hours in advance to allow drivers to prepare. Statewide, troopers responded to 86% fewer commercial vehicle crashes compared to the last major winter storm that happened back in November. Schuylkill County wants to reduce violence and strengthen families. This week, the county commissioners voted to apply for a grant to achieve those goals. The commissioners will ask the Pennsylvania Commission on Crime and Delinquency for $350,000 over 2 years, beginning June 1st. No matching funds are required. The county will apply for the grant on behalf of Mental Health and Developmental Services. The programming will rotate on a 6-week schedule. It will include events for youth and family, along with parenting education. They'll use some of the money to train school-based outpatient counselors in trauma-focused cognitive behavioral therapy, provide trauma training throughout the county, and start implementation of a county-wide trauma screening and referral process. Coming up on WYLN News, the 570 is full. What's next? Plus, more talking, less walking. We'll explain. But first, let's take a look at our 7-day forecast. Overnight, the low 9 above. Then some moderating temperatures, but look at the end of next week. Cold, but really no precipitation to talk about. We'll be right back.
It's okay that everybody ignores me when I drive. It's fine, because I get a safe driving bonus check every 6 months I'm accident-free. Because I don't use my cell phone when I'm driving, even though my family does and leaves me all alone. Here's something else. I don't share it with Mom. Right, Mom? I have a brand new putter you don't even know about. It's awesome.
Safe driving bonus checks only from Allstate. Switching to Allstate is worth it.
Visit your local Allstate agent, the McNeilis Agency in Hazleton at 1092 North Church Street, or in Hometown in the Hometown Village Square.
At Grand Central, our family has been supplying your family with quality brand name furniture, mattresses, and appliances for over 3 generations. Whether you choose from our excellent selection of Lazy Boy, Catnapper, or England furniture, or from our fantastic selection of Sealy and Stearns & Foster mattresses, we guarantee total comfort in every room of your home.
With expert advice, everyday low prices, plus interest-free financing for up to 60 months.
From our family to your family.
Grand Central in Hazleton. Everything to make your house a home.
It's time to say goodbye to 2018 and hello to 2019 during the Start Something New sales event at All-American Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. We're celebrating the new year with new savings. Buy a new 2018 Jeep Compass Sport 4x4 with heated seats for only $23,715. Or buy a new 2018 Ram 1500 Crew Cab truck with Ram Cargo Management for $33,552. That's a savings of over $9,400. It's the Start Something New sales event going on now at All-American Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram.
3 Luzerne County judges are seeking retention, and their names will appear on November's ballot. Judges Thomas Burke Jr., William Amesbury, and Tina Polachek-Gartley have informed the state that they will seek retention to the bench. Luzerne County voters will decide whether to retain each judge with a yes or no vote this November. A full judicial term is 10 years. However, Burke and Amesbury would only serve partial terms if retained because the mandatory retirement age for judges is 75. Burke is 72, Amesbury 71. Retired judges can continue to serve as senior judges. Gartley and Amesbury won judicial terms in the 2009 general election after first winning nominations in a primary election that involved 17 candidates. That followed the Kids for Cash scandal. Could former Congressman Lou Barletta be eyeing the open seat left by Tom Marino's resignation? Barletta has said he's been contacted by a number of people to run in the special election to fill the seat. Barletta says that he does have an interest but has not made a decision. The former congressman said Marino's seat is in his future of mix of possibilities. Today, State Representative Jeff Wieland from Lycoming County announced his candidacy for that seat. The Lehigh Valley Health Network is stepping up to help patients who work for the government by delaying their bills once the partial shutdown ends. Lehigh Valley officials have notified collection agencies and customer service agencies about the decision to try and assist government employees. Patients who are not getting paid during the shutdown will be given a 45-day delay in paying their bills once the shutdown is over. Patients who have previously received care and would like to participate in the billing delay can contact Lehigh Valley Health Network Patient Financial Services at 1-844-884-1300. The area will be seeing a new area code as the 5701 is now officially full. The Pennsylvania Public Utility Commission implemented a 272 area code back in 2012 when it predicted that all 570 codes would be taken by 2013. Residents began dialing 10-digit phone numbers in 2013 because 272 was used as an overlay area code. Verizon Wireless and Core Communications have been assigned banks of 272 numbers in the Hazleton area by the North American Numbering Plan Administration. Officials with the Hazleton City Authority are urging customers to protect their water meters to prevent them from freezing up, or they may end up paying a hefty bill for a replacement. Though the authority owns the meters, it's the customer's responsibility to protect them to make sure that they don't freeze. Replacements can run from $190 to $300. There are a few tips to follow in order to prevent freezing. Customers can use heat tape or foam insulation for water lines and insulation to protect the meters. Also, be sure to keep basement doors closed and block drafts. The forecast is predicting a polar vortex for next week, and that will send those temperatures falling well below zero, so it's best to make sure your meters are protected during that upcoming cold snap. A registered nurse from Wilkes-Barre General Hospital addressed Wilkes-Barre Council asking for their support at Thursday night's meeting. Nurses have been in negotiations with hospital management since 2017. The Wyoming Valley Nurses Association is asking for the hospital to fill over 100 vacant positions and reduce mandatory overtime. Nurse Jamie Fleming asked City Council to write a letter of support for the nurses and forward it to hospital management. A hospital spokesperson said that officials will continue bargaining toward an agreement that is acceptable to both parties. The union announced Tuesday that nurses would strike February 13th if a contract isn't settled by then, but even though an agreement wasn't reached after 12 hours of talks on Thursday, both parties have agreed to talk again this coming Monday and Tuesday. Officials at the Wilkes-Barre-Scranton International Airport say a record number of passenger departures last month has pushed the local airport to its second best year ever. More than 22,000 people boarded commercial flights at the airport last month, the best December ever. The total pushed the annual total to more than 264,000 passengers. That is just short of the record of 268,000 from last year. The airport is attracting more passengers thanks to additional flights to Chicago and flights to Washington, D.C., plus more traffic from the Binghamton, New York area. Coming up on Mountain Pond's News Choice, the Week in Review, and there's a new rail siding in Hazleton. Stay with us.
All Care Home Care, providing quality in home care since 1986. Call and see how their team of licensed physical therapists, skilled nurses, speech, and occupational therapists can provide you with exceptional service in the comfort of your own home. They also offer dietitian, home health aide, and medical social worker services. You have a choice in your health care. For safe, friendly, qualified care, call All Care Home Care today and let their team begin taking care of you and your loved ones.
Minutes away. That's right, you're just minutes away from a great deal on a new car, truck, or SUV from Barber Ford. Two great locations, Exeter and Hazleton. The best deals on America's #1 brand are just 25 minutes from Prattville, 26 minutes from Jim Thorpe, 28 minutes from Tamaqua, 20 minutes from Shavertown, and 28 minutes from Clark Summit. Barber Ford in Exeter and Hazleton. Online at barberautogroup.com, where nobody sells for less.
Stop in at Two Italian Guys Pizzeria for the best pizza in town, serving a large variety of pizza, stromboli, and so much more. Open till 3 a.m. Takeout or eat in, delivery available. Call 570-459-2783.
WYLN, first in live local sports. The winter sports season is here. Catch these games live on WYLN this week.
Monday, we kicked off the week with a cold snap that brought freezing cold temperatures and a wind chill that was in the single digits or below zero. We spoke with an emergency room physician about ways to be safe this winter season. We also talked with officials at a local animal shelter about how to keep our pets safe. Tuesday, the Carbon County District Attorney has ruled that a fatal police shooting following a car chase last month was accidental. District Attorney Gene Engler released a report regarding the chase that left Denny Washington dead. The DA say no charges will be filed against the officer that was involved. Wednesday, a man from Hazleton was thrown from his car when a truck utility pulled Tuesday in Hazel Township. According to state police at Hazleton, 25-year-old Gilberton Rodriguez Sanchez was reportedly driving at a high rate of speed on South Church Street, also known as Route 309, just before the intersection of Route 424 when he lost control of the car. Troopers say the car crossed into the right lane and hit a PPL utility pole on the driver's side, splitting the car in half. Rodriguez Sanchez was taken by EMS to Lehigh Valley Hospital, Hazleton, with serious injuries. Route 309 was closed for some time between Buttonwood Street in Hazleton and Route 424 in Hazel Township. Thursday, a potential incident at the Hazleton Elementary Middle School was averted thanks to a new state program called Safe to Say. A tip was called into the program that a 14-year-old student may be bringing a gun into school on Thursday. Officers from Hazleton City and the Hazleton Area School District are investigating the incident, and that incident is still under investigation tonight. Friday, the brakes were put on at the Hazleton Area School Board meeting Thursday night after the district's business manager said the district could be facing a $10 million deficit. The board voted to place a hiring freeze into effect and froze some of the district's spending for the rest of the year. That's your weekend review, sponsored by All American Auto Group, Route 309, Tamaqua.
SJ Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond Contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Rinnai, and trained comfort specialists, call SJ Kowalski at 570-455-2600.
You've seen university advertising. A student like me pitching you the same old ideas. But I'm not gonna do that.
Instead, I'm gonna tell you what you can do with a Penn State degree. You can help anyone. Go anywhere. Create! And with 20 campuses to choose from, you'll always feel at home.
Look, Penn State is amazing, but your best years are just beginning. Come find out for yourself.
Watch Off the Beaten Path on WYLN TV 35 and discover the Pennsylvania you never knew existed.
Atlantic Carbon Group is currently building a new rail siding in Hazleton, which will eliminate a lot of the heavy truck traffic that comes in from Jeansville. Many residents have complained over the years about the mess that the trucks leave on the roads. So Atlantic Carbon Group's Louis Pignotti understands the hardships that it puts on those residents and believes that the new rail siding should resolve some of the issues.
It's going to take about 6 months. We're currently working on it now. And there is an existing rail siding over there that we're going to come off of. And it should be a win-win situation for both the residents and ourselves.
A coal truck wash was also put in to help reduce the dust they leave on roads and in the environment, as well as a street sweeper. The railroad is operated by Reading Blue Mountain Railroad, which is Atlantic Carbon's local outfit, where their coal is taken from. And tonight, our WYLN sports crew heading down Interstate 81 to Mahanoy City. Tonight's game will feature the Colts from Marion, who traveled up Route 54 to take on the Mahanoy area Golden Bears. The game will be tipping off at 7:30 live from the Mickey Holland Gym. So you can join Marty Burns, Joe DeMelfi, and of course, the entire WYLN sports team as the Colts take on the Golden Bears at Mahanoy area tonight, 7:30 on WYLN TV. Now stay with us. A look at today's weather is next here on WYLN News.
Hey, it's Jay, the general manager of Blaze Alexander, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Cadillac, Buick, GMC, and Mazda of Greater Hazleton. Christmas is gone and the new year is upon us. It's time to clear out all remaining models. Rebates up to $10,000. Interest rates starting at 0% for up to 72 months. New Ram leases starting at $299 a month. New Jeep rebates up to $7,500. That's unheard of. With our low price guarantee, you can be assured you're getting the best deal. Maximum values for your trade and credit for all. Check us out on the web 24/7 at blazehazleton.com. Susquehanna Boulevard, Route 93, Hazleton. See you real soon.
For over 25 years, Whitetail Preserve Shooting Range, 118 Boulevard Road in Bloomsburg, has provided professionally designed skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields. All stations are handicap accessible with resident NRA certified shooting instructors on site. Packages are available to fit anyone's budget, and there is a restaurant and catering on site. The facility is also available for weddings, business meetings, bachelor parties, private parties of any kind. Call 570-384-2314.
Hi, I'm Paula Degnan, news anchor and reporter for WYLN News. With over 30 years of experience in local news, I'm proud to be a part of your #1 local news team. When local news happens, you can count on WYLN News to be there, whether it's in Wilkes-Barre, Freeland, or right here in Hazleton. We work hard to be your #1 local news station, and will continue to work hard to stay #1.
You're watching Monterey City's Choice for news, weather, and live local sports. WYLN.